I've always wanted to do this at the beginning of a video. Hey everyone, welcome back to a sim racing experience. My name's Jose and I'm a sim racer here in Miami. Today I just want to go into the Max Papis Mazda wheel that I've just recently put on my sim rig. Just want to go into the reasons why I got it and why I went with the specific Mazda one over a lot of the other options that I could have put on. And basically what it came down to was, previously I had a BMW rim, the BMW Fanatec rim that I was using for the Mazda Miata and trying to do the 911 GT3 Cup car. And what I was noticing was that for those two cars that I drive with a round steering wheel, the wheel itself, the BMW wheel, the rim was too big. At least for me, it always felt too big in my hands. And then even in the VR, when you start kind of comparing sizes in terms of what you feel and what you're looking at, there was a big difference in terms of the rim size. So funny enough, a friend of mine ended up going with a Fanatec option for his PlayStation 4 rig, and there was an issue where, and I don't know if this has happened to anybody else, but when we put the entire package together, it was everything, PS4 ready according to the website, but when we received the RS500 or the RS300 wheel with the podium hub on the PS4 base, after everything, it just wouldn't work. We realized that this wheel and the BMW wheel worked on his base, so we ended up just swapping basically. I gave him my BMW, he ended up giving me his the RS Fanatec wheel with the podium hub, and then I used the leather rim for about a week, and great rim. I prefer Alcantara just because of the grip level, and just the immersion factor is also there. The fact that you're driving with Alcantara just makes it a little bit more realistic to me, at least. And the leather, what I found was that rim, it was the right size, but it was a little bit too thin on the grips. And with my partnership with Ricmotech, I really wanted to be able to put something else on there that we could do some content with, that we could create some just beauty shots around it. So I reached out to Frank, told him about the idea, and he was very kind enough to lend me the wheel and for me to put it on the rig, use it. I definitely use it with gloves every single time. I don't want to damage it. I don't want to get any dead skin cells or anything all over the Alcantara. So I definitely protect it as much as I can. But for the cars that I drive with a round rim, this was the perfect thing to do. Not because of my partnership, not because it was just a matter of a phone call and this and that. It really came down to when I was driving the Miata, mostly because I've almost given up on the GT3. Just about every time I get into it, I make a mess out of it. So I stick to some other cars, but I still drive. I drive it even more now. The Miata has been a tool within itself, just to go back to basics and be able to do it now with a lot better equipment, so that I can drive the car and understand it much better than I was before. When I first started iRacing, I was still on my Thrustmaster TGT, using the Formula One wheel, so shifting with a clutch but with paddle, so it was very weird. But now with the Mazda wheel, I have the correct size. It feels nice and beefy in my hands, and the Alcantara feels nice. And between shifting and going back up to the wheel, it's all very seamless and it all feels very natural, which is kind of what I'm always trying to achieve, is just that natural feeling of trying to feel as much as I can of what I think I would feel in the car, apart from the G-forces and all that. So it'll be great one day to be able to have something here where I can replicate all of that. And the cool thing is that Ricmotech, directly here, half an hour away, they're working on all of that technology. So I'm able to go check it out and test it out. And there's so many cool things that, we've been working on together, and you can see a lot of the content over on their page. We just did a lot of the content for the G-Sense, which are the belts that are there to kind of resemble the resistance that you would feel as a G-force. So lots of cool stuff going on over there. And going back to the Max Papis wheel, you know, another big thing is that it's an OEM wheel, and it's an original Max Papis wheel, just as you would see in the real car. And it's such a cool thing to be able to take my headset off and be able to look at this thing, or even if it's just, you know, sitting here on the shelf, if I'm driving a Formula car or driving with the other wheel, it's just a super beautiful piece to look at, and I'm just super proud of it because I'm able to look at it, and it's just a constant reminder of, you know, what I continue to pursue, what I continue to achieve within sim racing. And it's definitely very special to be able to have a hold of this right now and be able to use something like this alongside everything else that I'm able to do here with my sim rig. So it's super exciting to be able to do that. And with the Podium Hub, you've got multiple mounting options. So with the Max Papis wheel, it's got that 6x70mm pattern that you can just put it on there. And I had to kind of move a little bit of the buttons around and just kind of position things a little bit differently. But it's the same exact bolt pattern that you would have in most race car wheels. So it was a super easy swap. That's going to be it from me. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. If you want to continue to see more of this type of content, please consider subscribing, and I will see you in the next one. See you later.